there are people that they have concerns, and I'm able to listen to them, digest it, and say, hey, here's an action plan. That's on some occasions it's an action plan that we can start right away. Others I have to take away and work on.
So what does Lawrence Scott bring to the table as far as the ability to address the concerns of your constituents?
I believe I bring a youthful perspective, that youthful energy. Everyone is used to having Alex Scott, but Alex Scott is in his 70s.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Your dad looks pretty good, man. That caught me off guard, sorry.
Yeah. And the thing is that he still has the passion to serve and represent his country and put country first, but the energy isn't there. This is what I bring. I bring that energy. But yet, in being behind the scenes, I also bring a sense of experience as well. But I bring more energy than experience, because experience is what I'm going to be getting for hopefully the next 18 years.
Now, if you're saying experience, how do you prove that to your constituents? Because, like you just said, you're now presenting yourself with a 40-year swing with their political stalwart. Now, how are you instilling that trust in them that, okay, yeah, I don't want to put your age out there, but this early 30s gentleman is coming and he'll be able to take up the reins, take up the slack from a seasoned politician like your father?
Well, trust is like respect. It's not given, it's earned. But yet, as it sounds like an oxymoron, it has to be given to be earned. So I have to give the respect in listening to my constituents, listening to my residents. When I go to canvass, it doesn't make a difference whether you are registered, not registered, Bermudian, non-Bermudian. If you are living at that address, I am interested in your concerns, because I will be representing everybody in that constituency. PLP, OBA, Bermudian, non-Bermudian. We all matter, we all make a difference. I look at and when it comes back to experience, it's when you work behind the scenes, you gain that experience. It's sort of like going to school. You go to school and you learn about the issues, about the industry that you want to go in. But yet you have no job experience. But people say, because, hey, he's been to school, he understands what's going on. And he will gain the experience, and he's ready to handle handle the experiences that life brings him. And that is what I do. I listen, and I don't come in saying that, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to fix that, because I need to hear from you. I need to know what, once you let me know that you have a concern, it becomes my concern. And I look at it also as, going back to customer service, when you put your X in that box next to my name, I work for you. You are my boss, and I expect you to hold me accountable for providing the services that you want, need, and once again, expect from me.
So, Lawrence, how have you been received by your constituents?
I feel very well received. A lot of people, they do mention my father's name, and they say, oh, Alex Scott, you have big shoes to fill, and to me that makes me feel good, because he's done a good job at representing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll share a story that maybe he wouldn't share, but Hurricane Fabian, islands without power, and we're dipping water. I'm not a fan of dipping water, and people came. He was premier at the time. You had the civil servants, members, regiment, Balco coming up into our neighborhood. Mr. Scott, Premier Scott, we're going to put your power on. No. No deal with everybody else. Put me on last. I wasn't too fond of that.
Right.
I don't like to have to dip water. But what I understand now is that once you get your electricity on, it's very easy to forget about those who don't. And as long as he didn't have electricity, he knew that there was somebody else that didn't have electricity, and so therefore it put the indirect pressure on the crews, and I wouldn't say pressure, but the crews were able to focus on those who needed electricity more than he did. And this is what I learned. is that, once again, you have to listen and try your best to put yourself in the residents' shoes in order to best represent them. Don't come to them with ideas and solutions for a problem that you don't know exists.
Right.
And one thing that I've also realized in my canvassing is that out of every issue that we have in this community, the solution is in the living rooms. The living rooms and households of at least I'll speak for my constituency, they have solutions for crime, for unemployment, for housing, for the youth. But we need to listen to them. And that's what I'm doing right now, just listening. And that's how you build that trust. Because when people see that you're listening, and then you go on to Parliament Hill and you propose legislation